Money back, money back, money back, woo! Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all, yeah, so don't be talking sideways.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home...
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Open here, Adam Thielen. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there right off the bat. "71 yards. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Hot.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
Set. 319. 319. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight.
And I think the ball's out. And this belongs to the Vikings.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a run with Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second down, here's Rosen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That is caught inside the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Second and 10 now. It's Rosen. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On third down, Rosen. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. He'll look to throw. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Now Myers for the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Rosen on first down. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. On second down, Rosen. Throw left side complete. That's Gilbert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, it's Rosen. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Back to throw here. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Swanson. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. A 10th carry of the game for Cook. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. And now the Packers going to take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Minnesota. And now we're all even. Brand new ball game, tie game.
In a sense, you're starting over. Tie ball game. Everyone's back to even, back to equal. A good job getting back in it.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, nice move. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers have moved out in front.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Again, it's Cook. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set. Green, 39.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 22. Looking to throw. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
All right, here we go.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Cook able to escape. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Cook following the penalty. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Rosen looking to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end of the half situation.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 48 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's Rosen to throw, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gilbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Rosen on 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Throwing again, it's Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. Malik McDowell in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. For the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll drop the throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
No. Check. Patriot. Set.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a two-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football, like here, bleed the clock down with about 95% chance.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll lead here to a third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's taken to the 26. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that one will be accepted. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Caught. Eifert over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well, the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Blue landing. Blue landing.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go now.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
A handoff to Fournette. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Fournette. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love